Retail Week is brought to you by Nutrisphere N, Nitrogen Fertilizer Manager, protecting your nitrogen from all three forms of loss. Well, welcome back. Another edition of Crop Life Retail Week. Paul Schrimpf here with Eric Sfiligoj once again after another couple of weeks of eventful travel.
Amen.
So you were at MAGIE, and this week I was at our event and the Farm Progress Show. We had the Innovation Series Conference, which we had just about 100 individuals there, and it was really, really good, well-received stuff. I think, again, it reinforced that retailers are really looking for information on trying to get a better handle on managing value in terms of the basic services, your VRA, your soil testing, and so forth. And then overall, what their program is, looking for examples of good programs, things that they can build on to their own programs. Overall, that was really well received. That was a full day on Monday, and on Tuesday we spent the day at the Farm Progress Show, and which I lovingly call the Farmers Halloween. I see farmers walking around with buckets and buckets of tchotchkes given away by all the different companies, which is kind of fun to see. But it's also an extremely valuable kind of gauge on what's going on in the marketplace. And certainly in that area of Illinois, the crop actually looked pretty rough in a lot of places. I think the corn looked a bit short. Soybeans were going to be okay, I think, with some timely rains, but also heard some complaints in other areas that the crop wasn't quite going to be what they thought. I know they're having some drought in, I think, southeast Iowa and in that area. So up and down. Overall, I think good feedback on where the crop's going to be, but definitely some rough patches as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, but overall, there's a lot of collaboration going on. There's way too many to possibly mention here. But there's a number of new releases. MAGIE had the same thing, but I think there were the crop protection company, or the equipment companies were coming out with a lot of new releases and some new products from crop protection companies as well. And so the industry continues to move forward despite still the difficulties that we're fighting through and potential challenges in 2018. But good show overall.
Good. Well, we had the same experience in MAGIE, Paul. I know that usually the MAGIE shows in Bloomington, Illinois are good for attracting about 2,000 folks to check things out, but with a plethora of new products this year, about a dozen new sprayers, spreaders, tenders, and other such stuff was being introduced at the show. This year's show looks like it's going to come in at just about 3,000 attendees were at MAGIE over 2 days. And just to give you a clue, Paul, as how it was going, a lot of the companies that typically serve food to attendees at MAGIE and bring enough for the 2 days were running out about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the first day. So very well attended show. And one of the highlights, of course, was the Showstopper Award. And the winner this year was AGCO for its Rogator C Series. And here's Mark Moore talking about winning the Showstopper Award. Hello, Eric Sfiligoj, Crop Life Magazine's editor, here with Mark Moore, Tactical Product Manager for AGCO at the 2017 MAGIE Show. And happy to report that AGCO's Rogator C Series was the recipient of the Showstopper Award for this year. Mark, congratulations on winning. How does it feel?
Thank you. It's very exciting to have made such an impact with the attendees at MAGIE this year, and we're excited to have one of the top products to be introduced.
Very good. So tell me more about some of the key features that make the C Series so unique and different versus other things we have in the marketplace today.
Definitely. Some of the things that grabbed the attention today and made it the showstopper were the ability of the machine to really impact the daily productivity and the daily agronomy in the business. We're looking at things like how to get the product on in a timely manner. So we've got some great improvements in the all-wheel drive smart drive system that really impact productivity and the ease of operation. And couple that with our liquid logic system, with the ability to apply product more precisely and more cleanly, really combined to make it a real attention grabber.
Okay, very good. And I understand too there's the C Series coming for the Terragators in next year?
Yeah, we're excited this year also have had a sneak peek at the Terragator C Series, planned to come out next year. So model year Model year 19 has some exciting things coming down the road as well, and some technology. You can see the lineage from one machine to the next.
Very good. Well, thank you, Mark, again. Congratulations to AGCO and the C-Series.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So that's what Mark had to say about the winning Rogator C-Series at MAGIE. And now we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about one key event that's going to be happening here on the 1st of September.
Over the 9+ years, they've done over 400 trials, side-by-side replicated trials, and we've shown that 90% of the time we've had a positive yield response with Nutrisphere. So 90% of the time a crop producer out of those 400+ trials could expect a positive response. That positive response is average 10 bushel an acre across all 400+ trials.
Well, welcome back. One thing to note, a special key event happening in the crop protection marketplace this week as we're recording this. By the time you see the video, Dow and DuPont will have formally combined their companies into Dow DuPont. The company will rank about 3rd in the marketplace in terms of crop protection sales, about $17 billion, Paul. And now we've got 2 of the 3 mergers that we've been following that will have been completed.
Very interesting. Well, it's good to get some of these, especially as we're getting into the off season now. So retailers hopefully will know what to expect a little bit more about who's leading the way in products, who the reps will be, and things like that, and we'll get a sense for some of the marketing programs moving forward. It's good. It would have been better to be a little earlier, but at least it's before the real heavy season hits.
Amen.
Well, that's it for this edition of Crop Life Retail Week. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week. Thank you to this week's video sponsor, Nutrisphere N, Fertilizer Manager from Verdesian Life Sciences.